What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about one from Scream Factory, and it is Urban Legends Final Cut. So this is a sequel to Urban Legend. It's not a direct sequel in all of the usual ways. It doesn't pick off where the last one left off. It does have some connections to the original, but nothing super deep. It's basically a standalone movie that is maybe a little bit better in some key moments if you've seen the original. So the story here is that you have Jennifer Morrison's character is a filmmaker. She's making a horror movie that includes basically like a collection of different urban legend scenes acted out, and in a inside of a horror movie kind of world. Everything's going okay at first, and then things start to kind of go wrong. There's some pranks and some accidents, and there's a lot of tension because not only is she making a movie, but a bunch of other people are making movies as well. They're all trying to get this coveted, Hitchcock Award and be the best in the class because that's the person that goes on to, fame and fortune as a filmmaker after school is over. So pretty soon things start to go really horrifically wrong. People start to die, and then it becomes an issue of who is, who's responsible for this? Is it somebody trying to sabotage them? Is it somebody, from her past? Is it just, the Candyman? It's not the Candyman, but that's the story here. I like Urban Legend. I thought it was a really fun movie. I think Urban Legend Final Cut is okay. It's kind of a bland sequel. It doesn't have a lot going on. I think one of the reasons that I don't connect with it as much as some people do is because a lot of people really love the filmmaking aspect of it, because a lot of the movie takes place on movie sets and just in the filmmaking world, and there's all kinds of references to filmmakers and film terminology and stuff like that, and a lot of people eat that up, and I really don't care. I just want to see a fun movie, and while this has fun in little bursts, it's nowhere near as good as the original Urban Legend. And again, it's just kind of a middle of the road kind of horror movie. It's got an interesting young cast with for what it is. The story is fine. It's nothing spectacular. I don't really like the filmmaking world part of it. I didn't think they really took very good advantage of it, but it does have some moments where like stuff will happen inside the movie world, and it will make you think that it's happening like for real, but then it's just in the movie world. So there's some interesting things that happen, but it's not really taking as much of it advantage of it as it could be. Very little blood. I mean, there's a few things, but not much. It's pretty. That's my issue with a lot of the horror movies from this time, is that they really reel back in on the violence. And I think this is R, isn't it? Yeah, it's rated R, and I mean, I don't get that. Like, why is there almost no blood in this movie? But anyway, there's the kills are pretty tame. There's a little bit of blood. I think on my side I scored it a 2 out of 10 for the blood quotient, so it's pretty low. There's no sleaze. As far as like kind of general wackiness, it's got a good sense of humor. It doesn't take itself super seriously, which is good. So it does have some entertainment moments. But to me, it's just not a really good horror movie. It's just kind of a middle of the road one that, yeah, I'll watch it if somebody else wants to see it, or if it kind of springs into my memory. But it's not something that I'm going to rewatch on a regular basis. Just kind of a right in the middle kind of a horror sequel. The Blu-ray from Scream Factory, to me, is a mixed bag. I don't know. Some of these reviews are saying that it's a new 2K or 4K scan. It's not. This is an old transfer. It looks okay. If you've ever bought anything from Mill Creek, you'll know that on Blu-ray that their transfers are okay, but they're not great. And they're Columbia transfers, I should say, or that are licensed through Sony. And this one is licensed through Sony, and it looks fine, but it's not going to impress anybody. It's definitely dated. It's in need of a new scan, or a new remastering, a new treatment of some kind. So do not buy this if you're thinking I'm going to get a new scan, or I'm going to get a new visual presentation, because that is not the case. The only thing new about this release is that it has a collection of interviews, and it is a pretty substantial collection of interviews with cast and crew members. But honestly, that's it. Everything else is ported over from the previous release, which includes audio commentary track, deleted scenes, a promotional featurette, gag reel, a trailer. It's a nice package. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's some decent extras in here, but to me, the main thing is the transfer, and I hate that these Sony Scream Factory releases are the old transfers. It's a real disappointment. But again, it's not unwatchable. It's just not super impressive like it would be if something from Vinegar Syndrome or Criterion or something like that. It just doesn't look that good. It's an old transfer. It is what it is. Maybe someday we'll get a new treatment. But if that's your sole reason for buying this Blu-ray, you can skip it. But if you just want the movie in your collection and you want a decent presentation, a few new extras, and then everything, if you're just a fan of the movie and you want it on Blu-ray, then it's worth it. So that's my review of Urban Legends Final Cut. You can read my full review at markfusion.com, as well as read over almost 2,000 other movie reviews there. You can also check out hundreds of movie reviews right here on my YouTube channel, and drop me a sub if you really like the videos. That's an easy way to directly support me. And then if you really want to go the extra mile, you can go to my website and use the affiliate links there to help me out. I'll use all that money to buy new movies to review, all kinds of nonsense stuff like that. So thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry I rambled on for a while. I do appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.